Hola and welcome to another episode of MVPete playing Villarreal in FM21. We're in our second season and it is the last day of the season. We have Real Sociedad at home and it's a big game. As you can see on the league table, we stand on 68 points. The same as Valencia below us. We're beating them on head-to-head. We beat them 5-0 in the first game. And they beat us 1-0 in the other game, so we've got the goal difference between us. So we're ahead. However, Sevilla are also on 66 points, so if we both don't perform today, they could end up in fourth spot. That's the only real battle today. Real Madrid, already crowned champions, 10 points clear of Barcelona. No surprises there with the purchase of Kylian Mbappe and Mo Salah, so hardly surprising. The only draw they got all season was us. So we picked up a point against them, which was nice. Recent form hasn't been great. We probably should have already been confirmed in the top four, really. A loss against Eibar, mainly, but also a draw against Granada. So if we go through them, drew 1-1 against Betis. I'll take that. They were probably the better side that day. A 3-1 win against Pamplona. Very nice. Nice easy victory. Just could not break down Eibar. They got an early goal, shut up shop, and we couldn't do it. Their goalkeeper getting a rating of 8. So yeah, that's how many saves he made. A 4-2 win against Alaves, which was nice. Goals from Chukwueze, I believe. Yeah, no goals from Chukwueze. Got a goal from Pino, Gomez, Gerard Moreno, and Mario Gaspar in that one. And then yeah, Granada getting a 90th minute penalty. Soldado putting that one away. So I thought we were cruising in that one. Wasn't to be. So it's all come down to the final day. And there's some very interesting team news. So let's head over to our tactical meeting. We'll do the opposition instructions. The team today is going to be Sergio Senna in net, back four of Gaspar, Duarte, Celtica and Pellegrini, midfield three of Coquelin, Parejo and Ceballos, and a front three of Barrenechea, Gerard Moreno and Chukwueze. Milenkovic is injured. I think I brought him back into the team too quickly, mainly because Duarte and Celtica were jaded and they needed a rest. And he's picked up another knock, so probably my fault. Jeremy Pino is away on international duty with the under-20 Spanish national side. I'd rather have him available for this, but he's not here, so that's that. De La Cruz is not fit in any way, shape or form, having just come back from broken ribs. So his match sharpness isn't there and his fitness isn't there either. But that being said, Barrenechea isn't fully fit either. So if Barrenechea can't last the full 90 minutes, expect to see De La Cruz limping on. Yeah, I mean, we've got some strength in depth as well. Scott McSauce, Gagliardini's ready to come on. I'm choosing to go with Gerard Moreno today because he's scored more goal for us all season, 20 goals for the season so far. He's been in better form and a better striker for us, to be honest. So that's why he gets the nod today. Let's get into it. We'll be keeping up to date with the other games that are happening as it's the last day. Everyone's playing at the same time. So we'll know exactly what's going on in the other games. We'll qualify for Champions League if we win here. At the end of the day, we only need to match what Valencia and Sevilla do. So if both of them draw, all we need is a draw. I just don't think that they'll get a draw against Eibar. I think they'll win that game. An early highlight here. Pellegrini with a throw-in. Comes back out to him. Plays in Barrenechea. Dani Parejo with the ball. And Dani Parejo putting it away. Stepping up when we really needed him. He's been a bit absent recently, but that was a great goal. A 9th goal of the season for him. And less than 4 minutes on the clock, we are in front. The best kind of start, really. Yeah, I think Valencia should be winning against Eibar, really, today. Eibar were 17th in the table, just avoided relegation. So, yeah, Balde with an effort there, just going wide. This Real Sociedad side are 8th in the table and have been very good for it. Pellegrini has picked up an injury and has to come off. That's a big loss. We'll bring on Espitan, but that's sad. I've been really impressed with Luca. He's been so good for us since we signed him. I feel like we're going to miss him in this game. only 10 minutes in. So a goal up, but missing one of our premium players. They've picked up an injury themselves to Dubois, who's their right back. So he's... Oh, is he a left back? Well, Baldi's playing a left back, so I think it was their right back. Unless they switched things up, which I don't think they did. We're doing a good job of limiting Sociedad at the moment. But they're going to go and play with more discipline. Let's see the other scores. Sevilla are losing at Vigo, so that's good news. But nothing happening. Ah, there we go. Valencia 1-0 up now against Eibar. 31 minutes on the clock there. But if we can go in at half-time 1-0 up, we can be very pleased with this first half. We've managed to keep the likes of Januzaj, Orzabal and Harrison and Silva all quiet so far. And we can be quite pleased with that. However, there's a highlight. It is ours at the moment. Gaspar with a throw-in. Comes up to Parejo. Gerard Moreno justifying his selection. Going 2-0 up just before half-time. Really taking the wind out of Sociedad's sails here. And that is excellent, excellent news. And excellent football, really. Intricate passing. Parejo noticing Gerard had an inch of space. Moreno working it so well. And chips the goalkeeper and puts it in the back of the net. Possibly the most important goal we've scored all season. Half-time, 2-0 up. We can be over the moon with this. We can be pretty happy about the XG as well. It's not even 1 yet and we've scored 2 goals. So we've tucked away some pretty difficult chances. I'm not going to tell them they're capable of better. I'm just going to tell them to keep it up. If we can keep this up, we're in the Champions League. That's the bottom line here. I've been very impressed with us today. Sociedad are a really good side, and they've just not played to their full potential. And here's me talking them up, and they've got a highlight. And that's their goal. Raul de Thomas, who's just come on, I believe, smashing it home for them. So 2-1 is a bit more precarious now. So we need to calm down, relax, and not concede another goal. If we go down, if it goes to 2-2, we drop out of the Champions League spot. Sevilla are now 2-0 down, so unless they can bring that back, they're out of this race. Where's Valencia gone? They've just disappeared from my latest scores. Why would they do this? I need to know. We have got a highlight here. Chukwueze has just scored. And it's offside. No way. Oh. I mean, I think the Sociedad defender missed the header, which allowed him to come in behind. Yeah, it's exactly what happened. Gutted he was offside there. 73 minutes gone. We're going to make some substitutions. Valencia have appeared and it's still 1-0 there. Let's have a look at what we got. So Baranachea and Chukwueze are pretty much done here. They've run their race. So Paco's going to come on for Chukwueze. We'll have Moreno play on the right as that inside forward. And I guess De La Cruz is coming on. Just come back from injury. Yeah, it's only 17 minutes, but he's not ready to be playing football. So is that the right decision? All right, maybe it's not. Let's bring on Scott McSauce. Have Ceballos play on the left, which we know he doesn't like to do. But that means we can have Scott McSauce as our defensive box-to-box midfielder. No, that's a ball-winning midfielder. Right, box-to-box. And then we can be happy with that, I think. Shows up the defence a little bit, I should imagine. Vigo now 3-0 up against Sevilla, so they're very much out of this. Can we hold on? 10 minutes to go. If we hold on or Eibar score, I'm on the edge of my seat. Honestly, I'm watching that clock tick down. Januzaj's injured. Great news for us. 5 minutes of extra time here. Come on. We've done it. We've done it. On the last day of the season. And that was a tough game. Very tough game. Great goals from Moreno and Parejo. Really helped us out today. We needed those guys. They stepped up. Whew. Very nice victory. Well done. Or well done, lads. Yeah, Champions Cup. Everyone will love that. Oh, man. It shouldn't have come down to the last day of the season, but it did. And we were in the positive, you know, we had the head-to-head against Valencia, and that's what's won us here. That big 5-0 victory against them early in the season is the reason we're in the Champions League. My nerves are shot. Excellent stuff. Very happy. Pellegrini's going to be injured for 4 to 5 weeks, but he'll be back for the start of the next season, so that's fine by me. Qualify for the Champions League. Can't be happier than that. The initial budgets for next season are here as well. Let's have a little spy at them. Okay, so they haven't changed what we've got. In fact, I think that's a bigger wage budget. So they've left us with the 10 million that we basically made off the Juan Cruz Comar deal, and then upped our wage budget. Okay, that's fine. Fitness concerns, they can have the biggest rest they want. We are done with this season. So we'll come back for the end of season highlights. So we're here at the end of the second season. Let's have a look at the review. At our fancy new review screen. Let's have a look at the new arrivals. A few new arrivals. Some have played a bigger part than I expected. Signing of the season goes to Sergio Gomez. I'm surprised. I mean, I know he's got potential and he's played well when he's played, but he's very much not been a part of our first 11 yet. So that I am surprised. I thought De La Cruz or Duarte or Milenkovic or Scott McSauce or Ceballos or Saltacar, you know, or Pellegrini, all these players that have been playing in our first 11. But nope, goes to Sergio Gomez. All right, well, I kindly disagree. I think purely because of his influence in games, De La Cruz probably gets my vote for signing of the season. He even gets a better board reaction as well. Come on a free, scored 12 goals, assisted 9, average rating of a 7.2 from 28 full of starting appearances and 5 from the bench. That's pretty good. 1 in 3 is all right, you know. He's done very well. I think Dani Ceballos has done excellent for a midfield player, 8 goals and 5 assists. I think I will be looking at maybe playing him as a playmaker role from next season, at least giving him more time in that role. Duarte played 41 games and 2 from the bench. I mean, he was ever present in our back four, so very, very important signing. You know, Scott McSauce only came in January, but has played 16 games and 15 from the bench. You know, he's been great value for money. I'm honestly happy with all the signings that we've made. I don't think there's any negative signing here. The only one I would say, I think Saltacar didn't play to his full potential. He didn't end up getting a partnership with anybody, so maybe that's why. Adjusting to the way we play, I don't know, but honestly, I've been very impressed. Pellegrini as well. I don't think this average rating does him justice. Okay, he's got 5 assists. That's okay, but I think he's just been a great general player for our side. Transfers out. We sold a few. Obviously, the big one was Pau Torres. 66 million in the end we'll get for that transfer. 50 million up front, which allowed us to make as many signings as we did. You know, I miss him, but he had to go. He wanted to go. It was a lot of money. Too much money. Couldn't say no. Obviously, Vicente Iborra left. I do love Vicente Iborra, but he was with Wolves, and they got relegated bottom of the table in the Premier League. I will be just quickly going to look through the leagues because some interesting stuff has happened. And obviously, we can check on the Europa League and Champions League finals as well. Santiago Caceres, still slightly sad that I sold him, but I think in the long term, it was the right thing to do. Moy Gomez, couldn't get him out of it fast enough. Glad I got 10 million for him. Bye. Danny Rabba, couldn't believe I got 3 million for him. He was rubbish. Kwame Costa, I can't believe I got nearly 3 million for him. He was 34 years old, definitely at the end of his career. And then Juan Cruz Comar. Yeah, I mean, we made a big profit on him. He was okay, but money talks. Let's go to the season's results. We do finish 4th, level on points with Valencia, but we pipped them on the head-to-head. That big 5-0 win was instrumental in the end. I mean, patchy form is how I would describe this. A poor start followed up by a good 5-game winning streak, including the likes of Vigo and Bilbao. Then patchy again, losing against Barcelona, winning against Atletico Madrid, and then losing against Betis. We just couldn't keep our form that consistent. This little blip here was very poor, but we followed it up with an even bigger winning streak. Yet again, there was just a few games, I think, that we definitely should have lost, and it would have been much more comfortable if we hadn't lost them. I guess that's just normal, though. At least we achieved our goal at the second time of asking. The board are delighted, giving me a B+. Chukwueze was our top goal scorer in Spanish First Division. Was he really? Wow. All right. That shows you how poor our strikers have been. Let's have a look at the Europa League. Disappointed to only reach the quarterfinal, but it was against Arsenal. It was tough. Gerard Moreno with 8 goals. Quarterfinal, I think, is pretty much where we were at. Spanish Cup, again, Atletico Madrid. That was sad. I think we could have possibly got to another final there, but they are a good side. And we don't talk about the Spanish Super Cup. That never happened. So, anyway, let's look at the moments to remember. Our biggest win was against Malaga, a 6-1 win in the Spanish Cup. They are a division below us, so hardly surprising. The match to remember was apparently the 4-0 away win at Pamplona. I completely disagree. A 5-0 win against Valencia in the league. That's the one I remember against our biggest rivals. And the goal of the competition came from Chukwueze against Bilbao in that 4-0 victory there. Having a look at the finances, we keep our club reputation even though we're going to the Champions League. I mean, Continental's pretty big. Biggest shirt seller was Ceballos. Not surprised by that. He's a Spanish international that came in and he was basically a marquee signing. So hardly surprising. I love that. I want a shirt with Scott McSauce on the back. I love it. Most of this is down, but not by much. Competition and prize money is mainly because we did better in the Europa League last season. Our broadcast revenues doubled, which is massive. And our sponsorship deal has gone up significantly as well. The lineup apparently for the season is Sergio Asenjo in net, a back four of Gaspar, Duarte, Milenkovic and Pellegrini, a midfield three of Coquelin, Parejo and Ceballos, and then the front three of De La Cruz, Gerard Moreno and Chukwueze. I probably would put Milenkovic in there just because Celta Carl wasn't as consistent. But other than that, yeah, I'd say that's pretty much the one. Only 5 of our players getting over a 7. Quite a few getting close. Coquelin with the worst rating. But I think, again, like with the left and right backs, I think the defensive midfielders don't tend to get as high a rating. So I'm not surprised. I think he was very good. So I don't mind that. Accolades. Let's have a look. I didn't get any manager's award this season. God. I'm a good manager, I promise. The fans player of the season was Duarte. Young player of the season is Chukwueze. He's still only 22 years old. We need to remember that. Signing of the season goes to Sergio Gomez. Completely disagree. Goal of the season goes to Chukwueze. Top goal scorer is Chukwueze with 13 goals in the league. And he gets the most assists. Most player of the match awards goes to Danny Parejo with 4. Highest average rating was Samuel Chukwueze. Highest paid transfer fee, Danny Ceballos. Most league appearances by a player was Mario Gaspar, has now made 359 appearances for Villarreal. And Nicola De La Cruz winning most player of the match awards in a season with 5. I'm assuming some of them came in the cup competitions, so that's why he didn't get most in the season. And yeah, our best 11 as... Oh, no, sorry. The overall best 11. Yeah. So in this at the moment is Sergio Aseno, a back four Gaspar, Torres, Albiol, and Esputan. Midfield 2 or 3, I guess, of Ruben Peña's in there. God knows why. Danny Pereira and Trigueros. De La Cruz going straight into it. Gerard Moreno and Chukwueze. Season review. Yeah. Delighted with the Champions League process. I'm out of contract next season. I'm gonna sign a new contract with Villarreal, keeping me here for probably another 3 or 4 years. I guess we'll have to see where we're at after that. Maybe before that. I'm not looking to change anything quite yet. I'm still enjoying managing the side that I have a big affinity for here. So that'll stay as that. Let's have a quick look at the other competitions. So if we look at the Premier League, Liverpool crowned champions with 88 points, City on 86, and then United on 83. Wolves coming bottom of the pile on 27 points. Are shocked, to be honest. They still have some great players. Some players we will be looking at bringing in if they come available. I imagine they will be, because some of them will not want to be in the Championship. Palace and Watford also getting relegated. Cardiff and Sheffield United and Southampton all scraping by on the last day, probably. Wow. Watford will be mad they went down. Let's also look at France. It's Ligue 1, isn't it? Is that how it goes? Let's just look for PSG. They'll probably want it anyway. How does PSG not come up? Paris. There we go. Oh, it's the Uber Eats League, obviously. So that finished with Paris Saint-Germain on 90 points, obviously crowned as champions, way ahead of everybody else. Olympique Lyonnais and Rennes getting into the Champions League. Olympique Marseille will be mad. They missed out on that one, only good enough for the Europa League. Toulouse, Lorient are going down, and then that's a playoff, I believe, in France. Let's look at the Serie A. Juventus winning that, not comfortably, very close in the end. Oh wait, there's still a game to play, is there? Because they're not crowned champions. There is still a game to play. All right, well, they might not get crowned champions then, but they're up there anyway. I think that's pretty much set. Who they got them the last day? Bologna, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I know they're 8th, but they're a much better side, so I'd expect Juventus to win that. Lazio, Inter, and possibly Sassuolo in the Champions League. Maybe Napoli, maybe Milan, going down to the last day like it did for us. And let's just quickly look at Germany. So let's go for Bayern Munich. Oop. So I don't want to see this. I want to see the league table. There we go. Bayern Munich crunch champions. Borussia Dortmund not too far behind, but then a massive drop down to Leipzig and Frankfurt and the likes of them. Erling Haaland still doing business for Dortmund. I don't expect him to stay there much longer. He usually goes for big money at this kind of stage in a save. But yeah, I think we can be happy. I know it went to the last day, but it was a tough season, and at the end of the day, we achieved a goal. We're in the Champions League. We can't be happier with that. I don't think we'll be pushing the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona next season, but I think the next season's objective for me is win a trophy and possibly catch up to Atletico Madrid, assuming, or whoever's in third. I want to try and push for third spot. Bare minimum, stay in the Champions League. I think it's possible. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. Honestly, if you watched the whole thing, congrats to you, seriously. It's been a really, really wild ride, and I'm still enjoying it. So season 3, bring it on, bigger and better things. Let's see what happens. I've been MVPete. Thanks for watching. Hasta luego. Bye for now.